everybody, this is Angela Chu, and I'm here with my brother Tony from Success Options Group, and we're here for another great episode of Bullish or Bearish. Now, what is this? This is where we talk about hot financial topics, give you both sides of the story so you can get all the details and let you make better financial decisions.
Yeah, welcome back, everybody. And like I said, Angela was saying, it's like, we're trying to simplify things in life, right? Simplify all the information that people get and make the best decisions for your investments. And without further ado, I mean, we're going to hit one of the best there is. It's real estate. So real estate. I mean, you just start with the fact that they're not making more land, except for like, if there's a volcano or something, but even that, there is not going to be more land created. And so what that means is it's a limited asset. And when we talk about what do people need in the world, you go through Maslow's needs. It's like you need air, right? And you need water, and you need food and shelter. Shelter is right there in the basic needs for humans, and that's why it's one of the best assets to have.
Okay, so shelter. Yes, everybody needs shelter. But you know what? Land is not cheap. Land is expensive, especially when you live in somewhere like I do, like Southern California. Takes so much capital to even start to try to think about owning real estate that it's just not feasible for most people.
So I will disagree that you say it's not feasible. So there are ways for everybody to get into real estate as an investment. I mean, so what you're talking about is the capital required, right? And there's all sorts of different loans. There's like, you don't have to put 100% down of the capital. Like, you get loans, there's different down payments required. And the trick with real estate, and this is what we harp on in all of our workshops or our private sessions, is you make your money when you buy low. So like most investments, you need to do that due diligence so that you know how to get the right price for the right asset.
Okay, yeah, you say that you have to buy low, but buying low in real estate, I mean, even in if you just take California, even if you buy a fixer upper, like buy as low as possible, you're still talking about tens of thousands of dollars. And then if you're talking about a move-in ready house, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not everybody has that just to invest. And not only that, it takes a long time to get that much money to invest. And it's like, invest in one thing. What if you invest in the wrong thing? What if you buy a house that ends up going down? I mean, there's a lot of risk in that.
I mean, that's why it comes back to that needs thing, right? If you need shelter, right? You need somewhere to live as a human. So like, if you're just renting, you're kind of like just pissing away money right here, right? You're just burning it up. And whereas like you have a mortgage or something. So we're just talking about personal investment now, and we'll talk about like renting it out, or like actually be investment properties in a second here. But when you talk about your personal property, since it's been around so long, it's not like crypto where they're coming after it to try to tax it and all that stuff. It's been around. So there's tax laws. There's different ways. There's depreciation. There's all these little tricks, 1031 exchange. And that's, we'll talk about that more in our workshops, but those are these tricks that people have developed over time to help you make money with these investments.
But the fact of the matter is when you live in the house, you're not actually really making all that much money. You have to wait years for appreciation. And all during that time, you're paying property tax, you're doing maintenance, you're fixing up the house, you're paying for all these utilities. I mean, you're just spending. So how much money are you really making?
So, I mean, you look at some of the richest people in the world, and they made their wealth with real estate, right? And, we're not tax advisors. Let me start with that. But there are ways, like when your house appreciates in price, you can refinance and you pull that money out. There's less tax impacts or no tax impacts, depending on how you do how that's done. And that's when you can get into more of what we call about rental properties, right? So that's your investments, where the money you get coming in from that rent pays for that mortgage. And that's how people build wealth, is they continue to stack real estate upon each other and they all increase in well, there's this game that's going to occur, right? You're appreciating your investment.
Okay, but then when you start talking about rental, then you start having to talk about tenants. And like, do you know how hard it is to find somebody who will actually consistently pay rent? And then you get people who try to like skimp out on paying you money, and they screw up your house, they tear it down, like they trash your house, and they call you all the time about, oh, my toilet doesn't work, fix the air conditioner, I'm not happy about this, I'm not happy. I mean, it is a huge headache because you have to deal with all these things. I mean, isn't it much easier just to take that money and invest it in something that doesn't have all these headaches?
So I had my own fair share of tenants and toilets. That's what you're kind of describing. But it really is the real estate. When you talk about it, it's just that it's the appreciating investment that has very low volatility. When you think about your cryptos and your stocks and the other things we've talked about in prior videos, right? There's going up and down, right? And where real estate kind of just like a slow, steady up, right? And it might not be as sexy, right? But it is like, it's one of those most valuable investments that somebody can have, because it also has, it's real, it's physical. You can hold it, or you can hold the title in your hand, but you hold it, right? It's real.
Okay, so I guess really what it boils down to is the fact that no matter what kind of investing you're doing, you have to know about it. You have to like do something like our workshops where you get the details about what really goes into investing in that kind of investment, and decide, is this the right kind of thing for you? Is it the right thing that you should be investing in?
Yeah, I mean, there's no like shortage of different kind of investments. And we keep harping on this, but you make your money when you buy low. You buy it at the right time, you buy the right investment. And that does require knowledge, right? So make sure you watch some of our prior videos, right? And you can see the different assets we've talked about in the past.
Yeah, so really hit the like, hit the subscribe, and definitely watch our old videos, wait for our new videos, and maybe join us at one of our workshops. There's a link below if you're interested.